Hello, my love. How are you today? I have a channeled tarot reading for you. So grateful that you joined me here on this channel. And if you are new to me, hello, my name is Anya Light, and I share channeled messages from my spirit guides for the highest good of the collective. Welcome. All right, so during the pre-shuffle, I started to get a message coming through, and it seems pretty powerful, honestly. It seems pretty intense in a good way. So, but I don't have a lot to go on so far, but I'm just getting like a feeling of intensity and like forward momentum. So let's see what the cards want to share. I've been getting this card a lot in readings lately. The adventure card. So this card is about new possibilities. It's about horizons opening and expanding. It's about seeing beyond the limitations and boundaries that have been in place before. Like I'm getting an opening of the throat chakra. I'm getting an opening of the third eye. I'm getting like this clearing feeling, like things are clearing open, clearing out. Old things are clearing out. There's an opening. And I'm really, in my mind's eye, being drawn to thinking about the mind in particular right now. So I got actually the Five of Swords in reverse, and this card is about like in reverse. It's seeing through the matrix. What do I mean by that? Because we mean a lot of different things when we toss around that word matrix. What do we mean by that? So let me back up and say, I'll say an obvious point that many of us have heard many times, but it's important that we start here. We quite literally create our reality with our thoughts. Now, it is more complicated than that in the sense of it's a collective creation. It's a co-creation. So there's karma involved. There's other people involved. Other people in our soul group that we have incarnated with to do certain work and missions and tasks. There's so-called seeming enemies, people that get in our path, that stir the pot, that force us to learn hard lessons. There's a lot of factors, but at the foundation of all of that is this realness that thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. So in order, for example, for this mug to be something I can drink out of right now, multiple people in the past had to think that this was a good idea in some way, shape, or form. Maybe there was one or multiple designers, they created the pattern for this, like the artistic flair of it. Because I think this is a mass-produced mug, I'm pretty sure. So I think there's multiple mugs like this floating around. But some people or person had to think this was a good idea. So they designed it, and then there were people that actually built it. Maybe there was a factory. There was materials that had to be brought in. There, and then they had to be shipped out and sold in stores and marketing. How many countless people, maybe even thousands, that had something to do with this mug, right? So it's not like some of the manifestation teachings are quite incomplete that are out there, and they say like, you create your own reality 100% of the time. It's just up to you. No, that's not how it works. But there is truth in we create our reality, but it's just more complicated than people realize. But we forget, like in our day-to-day existence, that we create our reality, that we co-create with others, that thoughts are things. And the message that's coming through right now, Knight of Cups, are the thoughts that you're thinking making you feel happy, excited about life, feel like full of adventure, like life is an adventure? Or are you feeling kind of stuck in routines, kind of humdrum, maybe depressed, maybe anxious, I recently had a very powerful experience where I realized I was causing myself a lot of anxiety. I wasn't even realizing that I was doing it, obviously. Like, we would never do that on purpose. But like, for a couple days, I had been thinking like a series of thoughts about a certain person that is in my world. They're very much in my life frequently. And I was like realizing that the thoughts that I was thinking about them was actually making me feel on edge and like anxious in my body. I was like, wait a minute, I don't even have to think that way. It's like, oh yeah. And this was like a matter of 2 or 3 days. I'd been thinking certain thoughts, and then instantly, as soon as I had the like remembrance of, oh yeah, I can choose what I'm thinking about this person, on a dime, the energy shifted. And I went from feeling anxious when I thought about this person to feeling actually really grateful and warm and cozy inside. It was quite a dramatic shift. And I feel like I'm talking to a collective out there who is on the cusp of that same experience. So what thought or thoughts have you been thinking lately that have actually been causing you unnecessary stress? Ace of Pentacles, because you're ready for a fresh start. The Pentacles cards are about material resources, financial abundance, security in the world, stability in the world, our career, our home life, things of this earth. And the thoughts that we think directly create our ability to receive the good things in life. Let me repeat that because it feels very important. The thoughts that we think directly impact our ability to actually receive the things in life that we want. Because here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with wanting a nice life. There is not. And in fact, we're humans, so we are wired to want nice things and have enjoyable experiences. I think sometimes on the spiritual journey, we get a bit caught up in premature renunciation. Like, once we learn enlightenment is possible, once we realize what the story of Jesus was really talking about, once we realize that the Buddha came here to teach us that we can all be the Buddha. It's not just reserved for the Buddha. When we realize that, we can sometimes be like, oh, let me skip over the next 20 steps on my evolutionary path and, renounce all these things. I don't want anything. But here's the thing, we're also playing in this universe is a universe of karma. And karma are basically, the law of karma basically means that there are certain things, experiences that our soul needs to have in order to evolve. So while it may look sometimes like foolish or even shallow, like the things that we want, there is often a deeper purpose for them. Yeah, 9:30 on the timer. Courage. The message for you right now in this moment is, do you have the courage to follow your dreams? And what thoughts are you thinking that might be unintentionally blocking those dreams from manifesting? As I was sharing with you just a minute ago, with these thoughts, I was thinking about a friend. those thoughts were closing my heart. And then that closed heart chakra is a certain frequency that shoots out into the universe. And whatever is in the universe that matches that frequency comes back to me as a return signal. So energy out, energy in. And of course, it is more complicated than that. I am sharing the condensed version of that energetic system, but just for now, that's how we're going to approach this. So what frequency are you sending out? What thoughts are you thinking? And I feel also like some of you guys have just experienced a very powerful scenario similar to how I have, because we're all connected. We're all in this wavelength here, where you realized firsthand the power of your mind. The power of your mind to shape your moment-to-moment existence. I'm hearing your mind blew your mind. Your mind is blowing your mind. When you realize, like, aha, like, I can, just by shifting my thought, have a completely different experience of the world. Right? It's like this channeling that I'm doing here. Like, I can feel really tired when I first hit record here on my computer. And then by the end, because I'm like allowing divine thoughts to flow through me, it cleanses my system. It heals me on a deep core level. 11:55 on the timer. I'm going to leave it there, my friends. So in the comments below, I want you to tell me, what thoughts are you going to be thinking? And if you'd like to use a powerful affirmation for going forward, type in the comments below, I choose my thoughts with love. And then when I see your comment, I will send blessings and prayers for you on that mission. Okay, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you really soon in the next video. I love you guys. Thanks for supporting the channel. Bye for now.